For millennia, the Pyramids of Giza have stood as monuments to human ingenuity and determination. But beneath these iconic structures lies another marvel of engineering, one that has remained hidden until now and may change our understanding of ancient history forever. Recent discoveries beneath the Giza Plateau have uncovered not just chambers or simple tunnels, but what scientists are calling an entire underground city. A vast network of massive stone pillars, cavernous halls, and intricate pathways that extend far deeper beneath the sands than anyone had imagined possible. In a discovery that has sent shockwaves through the archaeological world, researchers from the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow and Italy's University of Pisa have mapped an extraordinary underground complex beneath the Pyramids of Giza.
When we magnify the images, we reveal that beneath the Khafra pyramid lies what can only be described as a true underground city, an entire hidden world of many structures.
Using synthetic aperture radar technology, or SAR, scientists sent radar pulses from satellites orbiting 420 miles above Earth. The signals penetrated deep beneath the Giza Plateau, revealing structures that extend an astonishing 2.1 kilometers, about 1.25 miles, below the surface.
The readings were completely consistent, ruling out any chance of misinterpretation. What we're seeing isn't just architectural features, it's a comprehensive underground network that likely predates the pyramids themselves.
The discovery includes 5 major structures at the base of the Khafra pyramid, connected by geometric passages. But what truly astounded researchers were 8 vertical columns that plunge over 2,100 feet into the earth.
These 8 cylindrical structures are aligned in 2 rows of 4 running precisely north to south. This isn't random placement, it's deliberate engineering with astronomical significance, similar to how the pyramids above are aligned to cardinal directions.
The scale of these underground features defies imagination. At the bottom of the vertical shafts lie a pair of colossal cubic chambers, each measuring 263 feet in every direction.
To put this in perspective, the depth of these structures is almost 5 times the height of the Khafra pyramid above ground. If you combine the height of the pyramid with the depth of these columns and chambers, you get a total of 2,835 feet, taller than the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, currently the world's tallest building.
Perhaps most remarkably, each pillar appears to be wrapped with a staircase-like walkway that spirals around its entire length.
Creating spiral staircases around vertical shafts that extend over 2,000 feet underground would be challenging even with modern technology. The fact that these may have been constructed 4,500 years ago, or possibly even earlier, is nothing short of extraordinary.
The SAR images also show a massive scattering of what look like archaeological remains, spreading far beyond the foundations at great depth. This supports our theory that we're looking at an actual underground city.
One of the most profound implications of this discovery is the timeline it suggests.
The underground network must predate the pyramids, which were built around 4,500 years ago. But exactly how much older these structures might be remains a mystery that challenges conventional archaeological understanding.
This discovery aligns with evidence I've been documenting for decades. The vertical fissures on the Sphinx show erosion patterns that could only have been caused by heavy rainfall, not wind and sand. And Egypt hasn't seen torrential rain for nearly 10,000 years.
Some researchers have long argued that parts of the Giza complex must be far older than conventional wisdom suggests.
The alignment of the Giza pyramids with the stars in Orion's belt has been noted by researchers like Robert Bauval. What's fascinating is that this alignment would have been exact not 4,500 years ago, but approximately 10,500 years ago.
If these underground structures indeed predate the pyramids by thousands of years, we're looking at a complete reevaluation of ancient Egyptian capabilities, and possibly the involvement of an even earlier civilization.
The engineering challenges presented by these underground structures seem almost insurmountable, even by today's standards.
The Khafra pyramid itself presents enough mysteries, built from 2.3 million blocks of stone, each perfectly cut and weighing between 2.5 and 70 tons. Conventional theory suggests it was completed in just 24 years, which would require placing one precisely cut block every 2 minutes, 10 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Even more baffling is the precision. The base of the pyramid varies by less than 3/4 of an inch from corner to corner, a level of accuracy that would challenge modern laser-guided tools.
And now we have to consider that beneath this already miraculous structure lies an even more complex network of pillars and chambers extending over 2,000 feet into the earth. The engineering knowledge required for such a feat is simply astonishing.
Creating stable vertical shafts of this depth would require advanced understanding of geology, materials science, and structural engineering. The pressure at these depths is enormous. The design would need to account for this to prevent collapse.
The spiral staircases winding around each pillar present another layer of complexity.
We have to ask, how were these constructed? What tools were used? How did workers navigate and breathe at such depths? And most importantly, what purpose did this massive underground complex serve?
What could have been the purpose of such an elaborate underground system?
One possibility is that these structures served as the foundation for the pyramids above. But the extent of the network, spreading far beyond the pyramid foundations, suggests a more complex purpose.
In 2000, I proposed that the pyramids might have been built as blast shelters from asteroid showers. Rare gems scattered across North Africa's deserts could be fragments from an asteroid impact that wiped out an early Egyptian civilization.
This theory takes on new significance with the discovery of what could be an underground refuge.
Could this underground city be a haven for ancient kings to wait out a cosmic Armageddon? The depth and extent of these structures would provide significant protection from surface catastrophes.
Another theory relates to the ancient Egyptian obsession with the afterlife and the underworld. These structures might represent a physical manifestation of Duat, the realm of the dead in Egyptian mythology.
We shouldn't discount astronomical alignments. The precise north-south orientation of the 8 pillars suggests they may have had astronomical significance, possibly relating to the 43,200 ratio that Graham Hancock identified, the same ratio found between the Great Pyramid's dimensions and the Earth's radius.
Traditional Egyptology places the construction of the pyramids between 2600 and 2500 BCE, during the reigns of pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. But if these underground structures predate the pyramids significantly, we're looking at engineering capabilities that existed in what we consider prehistoric times.
The water erosion on the Sphinx, the astronomical alignments that would have been perfect 10,500 years ago, and now these underground structures all point to the possibility of an advanced civilization existing thousands of years before conventional history acknowledges.
We're confronted with evidence that challenges our narrative of linear technological progress. These structures suggest that advanced engineering knowledge may have existed, been lost, and then partially recovered over cycles of civilization.
The precision engineering required for both the pyramids and these underground structures has led to theories ranging from the practical to the fantastical.
Some ancient texts describe acoustic levitation, the use of sound waves to render massive stone blocks weightless. The historian Abul Hassan Ali al-Masudi wrote over 1,000 years ago about inscriptions on papyrus being placed under blocks, which would then float into place at the sounding of a note.
While this sounds like fantasy to modern ears, we should remember that many ancient technologies appeared magical until we understood the science behind them. What principles might ancient engineers have understood that we've yet to rediscover?
Exploring these underground structures presents unprecedented challenges.
Direct access to these deep structures is currently impossible. We're relying on satellite imaging technology, but future exploration will require specialized equipment that can navigate these spaces without compromising their integrity.
We're developing robotic systems with advanced scanning capabilities that can be deployed through existing shafts and tunnels to gather more detailed information.
The depth of these structures, over 2,000 feet, presents significant obstacles.
At these depths, teams would face challenges with air quality, temperature regulation, structural stability, and communication. It's not unlike planning a deep space mission, except directed inward rather than outward.
We're continuing to refine our satellite imaging techniques. By combining data from multiple passes and different angles, we can create increasingly detailed 3D models of these underground structures.
The discovery of this vast underground network beneath the Giza pyramids challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient Egyptian civilization and perhaps human history itself.
What we're seeing is unprecedented in archaeological discovery. This isn't simply a tomb or a chamber, it's an entire engineered underground world that may have existed thousands of years before. Conventional history acknowledges advanced civilization in this region.
As a structural engineer, I can only marvel at what these ancient builders accomplished. Creating structures that extend thousands of feet underground with precise alignment and spiral staircases represents engineering knowledge that would be challenging even with modern technology.
As exploration continues, the massive underground pillars and chambers of Giza stand as a profound reminder of how much we still have to learn about our ancient past. The true riddle of the sands may be far stranger and more complex than anyone ever imagined. Beneath one of humanity's most familiar monuments lies a world of engineering marvels that has remained hidden for millennia. These discoveries don't just add to our knowledge of ancient Egypt, they potentially rewrite the timeline of human civilization itself.